Update. Am I the a-hole for choosing my sister-in-law over my brother? Original post. Me, female 17, brother, male 29, and sister-in-law, female 29. My brother Jake and sister-in-law Ashley had been together since they were 15. They got married when they were 20 and have 3 kids together. Ashley and I have always been close. She's like the big sister I never had. My whole family love and adore her, and her and Jake always seem to have the perfect relationship. A couple of weeks ago, Jake went on a trip with some friends for the weekend because it was one of their birthdays. Ashley didn't go and stayed home with the kids. However, during the trip, Jake only checked in with Ashley once, which was when he arrived at the destination and never again after that. It was unusual because he's always on his phone and told Ashley and my family that he would check in. So Ashley decided to call one of Jake's friends to see if something had happened, but when his friend answered, he told Ashley that there was no trip, and he had no idea where my brother was. After that, we told Ashley to come and stay with us for the rest of the weekend, and she was a bit distraught. My brother eventually came home on the Monday and said that he had lost his phone, which was absolute BS, and we all knew it. Before he returned, we asked Ashley what she wanted to do with what she knew, and she told us not to bring it up with Jake and not to jump to conclusions, and that she will handle it. After my brother arrived, he and Ashley headed back to their house. A few days later, my brother messaged my mom to see if he could stay at ours for a bit, but he didn't say why. Not too long after, Ashley messaged us and told us that she confronted him about the trip and how she knew it didn't exist. He kept denying it and said that she was just being crazy and that he just lost his phone. But he eventually confessed that he was at a coworker's house and that he had been hooking up with her for a few months. His excuse was that Ashley and him hardly been intimate anymore, and so he needed to find someone to fill his needs. Ashley ended up kicking him out, and they decided to get a divorce. My brother ended up moving with us until he finds a place of his own and until the divorce is finalized. I haven't spoken to him since he moved in, and don't plan to. All I can do is look at him in disgust. I have so much hatred towards him after what is done to Ashley. My parents are disappointed in him, but still love him because he is their son. They told me to forgive him because he is my brother, but I just can't. And I have started going to Ashley's every day after school to help with the kids and take some stress off her. My brother found out about this and is mad at me for going over there. He told me to cut her off since they are not together anymore and says she's no longer a part of our family, so there is no need for me to go see or speak to her. I told him that she will always be part of our family because she's the mother of your kids. And just because you messed up your relationship with her doesn't mean I have to. I will always love her, and I will not be cutting her off. I told him that I will choose her over him if it comes to that. After that argument, he has not spoken to me or even looked at me. Every time he sees me, he walks the other way. My parents have told me to apologize and fix things with him, but I don't think that will ever happen. My other brothers have sided with him too, and I'll think I'm a piece of crap for choosing Ashley over my brother. Deep down, I still love my brother. I don't want to lose him, but what he did is unforgivable to me. Now for the top comments before reading the update. Your brother is a prick, and the rest of your family are enabling his bad behavior. Maybe when Ashley takes away the grandkids, they might change their tune. You are being a decent human being. Also, not only is he telling Opie to avoid Ashley for his own misdeeds, even if there was a viable reason to be mad at her, like mutual breakup, whatever, his kids live there. He's telling his sister not to go hang with his kids because Ashley's no longer family. That's not how it works when you have kids. He's lucky his sister is as mature as she is and is still cultivating a relationship with his kids. And he's lucky Ashley wants that. As someone said down thread, Opie seems to be the most mature in her family, which is sad, but good for Opie and good for Ashley. Also, so he just took a week off from his whole family to hang out at his side chicks, so is now essentially cheating on his whole family. Every parent deserves a break, and it's wonderful when partners can provide that opportunity for each other. But it has to be based on the truth and trust and respect. When you lie to get away from your family, I think that adds another level of screw up to the already messed up lying to cheat. Right? Is there any mystery to why they aren't being intimate? She's exhausted. Does her husband care? No! Heading off to go screw my coworker, and you should apologize to me if you disagree with it. My poor prick. It has needs. And the parents. What message are they sending? OP, good for you for supporting your sister-in-law. You're a wonderful friend and a human. Not the a-hole. She's been in your life since you were what? 3 years old? I think she's just as much your sibling as he is at this point. My oldest brother cheated on his wife years ago. She's been my big sister since I was 4, so I chose her. When people gave me the "but he's your brother" line, I reminded them that she has been my sister for almost as long. My husband and I supported her and opened our home to her when she didn't want to go home. We fed her when she would stop eating. We did our best to take care of her. Sadly, in my case, my sister-in-law chose to get back together with my brother, and they no longer speak to me for different reasons. But I can live my life knowing that I did what I thought was right, and my integrity is intact. Not the a-hole. Ashley is the mother of your nieces/nephews. She's the mother of your brother's children, so whether he likes it or not, Ashley is going to be part of the family dynamic, divorced or not. I don't get your parents. That's their grandchildren who he has decided to hurt, as well as Ashley. You have every right to be angry. I would not apologize. I would continue to help with the kids. If he wants to apologize to you for being a prick about the whole thing, then whatever. By this, I mean being mad at you for going over to Ashley's to help with his kids. Now for the update. Firstly, I just wanted to answer a common question I keep getting. Is my brother still in contact with his kids? No, he is not. He has not seen or spoken to them since he was kicked out. His own choice. Okay, so I have not spoken to my brother since our argument. He refuses to talk to me, as well as acknowledge me. My parents still insist that I apologize and make things right with them. And I have told them I would try to make things right, but I will not be apologizing. However, my brother does not want to hear anything I say. I've spoken with my parents about everything and how I feel, but it was pointless. They don't even try to understand my side of things. It's just all about my brother to them. Ashley and the kids are doing great. Her family came down to support her and help out. I also still go over there whenever I can. My parents have not seen the kids or spoken to them either. Ashley has made it clear that they can visit anytime they like, but because my brother doesn't want us to have anything to do with her, they refuse to go over. So Ashley plans to gain full custody of the kids, to which my brother has agreed upon. This was the only time they have spoken to each other since they split up. Ashley's also planning to move closer to her parents, which I'm sad about, but also happy for her and the kids. They deserve to be happy, and away from all this toxicity. I don't know if my brother and I will ever fix our relationship, but I honestly don't care anymore. I'm planning to go no contact with him once he leaves. There's not much more to say. My brother is still behaving like a child, and my parents and brother still stand by him. Thank you everyone for the kind words and advice. I think it is so pathetic that your parents are giving up a relationship with their own grandchildren for a man who only cares about the wrong part of his anatomy. I wish Ashley all the best going forward with her and her kids' lives. A little advice. As soon as you can, go no contact with your parents and brother, since they are obviously punishing the wronged parties here being Ashley and the innocent parties being the kids. Any man who can walk away from his children for a fling isn't a man at all. Just you wait and watch. When Jake or either of his parents are on their deathbed, they'll emotionally blackmail Ashley to allow her to visit them one final time. That, or if Jake ever needs some sort of blood transfusion, donate an organ or both. He'll expect his kids to step up and be the better/bigger person, because this is what families do for one another. It doesn't matter what I did to you or your mother. I am your father, and you are obligated to help me. No, he's going to get a new girlfriend and spin "she keeps the kids away," and then he will randomly start demanding parenting time to impress the new girlfriend. OMG, this. My daughter's biological father hasn't seen her in 15 years. She doesn't even remember him. His family used to blame me, but through the years, they definitely realized I was not at fault. They all reach out and check on her and ask to see her when they are visiting her cousins nearby us, and I have always obliged. I can tell whenever he is in a new serious relationship, as he will start posting stolen pictures of her on social media and talk about how much he loves her when she could not even pick him out in a crowd. We are not actually connected in social media, but his brother will occasionally send me a screenshot saying, "Look at this BS." What a pathetic human piece of garbage of a dad he is. I hope Ashley gets child support. Her kids deserve this. Your parents aren't good either. They are enabling your brother on his bad behavior. They took it too far by abandoning their own grandkids. I hope karma hits her brother like a train someday. Ashley is smart for not filing for child support until she's left the state or county to be closer to her parents. If she did it now, then OP's brother could get a judge to order her to stay or leave without the kids as her choice. But if she files after, they can't make her move again. Your comment leaves out very big details. In all of the US and most other countries, a judge can order the kids returned to the state/city in which they have established residency. It takes 6 months for a new residency to be established. Yeah, so I pray Ashley doesn't file until whatever deadline there is passed, because I doubt the loser ex will care enough to fight it. Probably use it as a bargaining chip to pay less, but at least he's out of her hair. Last story. My husband doesn't know I plan to leave him. I've been married for almost 5 years and we have 1 child together. After we got married, it was like a full 180 in his behavior. He went from being attentive and sweet to no affection whatsoever. He gets super defensive when I bring it up or when we have fights in general. He is short-tempered even with our child who is 2. He also lets her walk all over him. I'm a stay-at-home mom and enrolled full-time in college. I will be finishing my first degree in a few months. Currently, I take care of all the finances. All he does is bring in the money. I make sure bills are paid and keep him in check with his reckless spending. If not monitored, he will blow through his paycheck and credit card balance within days, leaving nothing for gas and personal expenses for ourselves and our kid. I have done everything possible to get him out of debt and start rebuilding his credit, including his current credit card. Now, it's a fight to get him to watch our kid for me to do schoolwork doing online classes currently. Everything he wants to do is made to be more important. In some ways, I feel he knows I'll leave when I finish school. He has cheated on me a few times now. The most current was over these past holidays and involved sending pictures of his credit card to the girl he was talking to. I found the messages shortly after he did it and canceled the card before any damage was done. He has since lost his trust in keeping the card, so I hold on to it now. This last time, I felt a change in myself. While I was mad he did it, I felt no other reactions or emotions. I no longer trust him, but until I get my degree, I'm stuck where I'm at. I've told him as much and said if he wanted any hope of saving the marriage, he has until I get my degree. I have no intentions of staying with him though. Once I have my degree, I plan to pay all our debts, my student loans, and paying to take my name off our car title and transferring the loan into his name only. This all will ruin him as he has no understanding of how to pay any of the bills and has had someone to do it for him, even before we got together 8 years ago. He will more than likely lose the car, even though he can afford it currently. As for our kid, he isn't much of a father. I have to tell him when to change the diaper, when to work on potty training, and when to feed. All he really does is play, which too roughly in my opinion, and yell. It will be a stipulation in the divorce that he won't have to pay me anything if he signs over custody without a fight. He doesn't see or speak to his 2 other kids, so I know he won't fight me on this. He pays child support for them, and I know he doesn't want to lose more money to child support. If he chooses to fight for once, then I'll have more than enough evidence to get custody and whatever child support the judge grants. I know how this sounds, and I don't intend on keeping him from his child either way, but he willingly chose to not keep in contact with his other 2 kids, so I don't see ours being any different, and I will not allow him to walk in whenever it's convenient for him, which is what he did to the other 2. I apologize for the long post. I've been sitting on this for a while and needed somewhere to get it out. Edit? A lot of you are making assumptions based on your own thoughts, so let's clear some things up. Things with his ex-girlfriend were rocky before I came along. He attempted to make an effort to see his kids before we were married, until she took off to a different state with no warning, and cut any form of contact. We weren't able to see or hear from them for over 2 years. After she came back, we saw them as often as she would let him. He didn't cut contact until after my child was already born. Yes, there were red flags about his behavior before we were married. I was young and naive. I really didn't know what to look for until a few years later. I even brought those flags up to him, and every time since. I call him out on his behavior, and I don't sit by and take it. Some of you have been really nice and supportive, and I appreciate all of you. Those of you offering advice on your own thoughts and wisdom on a snapshot of my situation need to go back and read the rules for the sub. I did not come here to get opinions. I came here to get something off my chest, as the title of the sub suggests. Now for the comments. that cheating alone is a deal breaker. When he did it before, I stayed to be vindictive to the ex he cheated on me with. Also something I've never admitted. Now it was the last wave to an already sinking ship. The relationship is dead to me and will be officially dead when I'm able to support myself and my child without his help. Damn, lady, you've been through a lot. Let him blow up his finances on his own. Carry out your plan to leave. Don't touch him while you're finishing your degree. Only reply to him in yeses and nos. It's going to freak him out. He'll probably try and do more, as in anything other than a rough fun time dad, without you asking. Let him. Once you're able, peace out and leave. And don't look back except to watch him burn his own life down to the ground. This is the way. I'm glad for you, but I can't fathom marrying and having a kid with a man who willingly doesn't see his own kids. You knew from the get-go he was a trashy person. Yeah, this wasn't a 180. I hope he ignored the signs. He will be different this time. I will change him. Deadbeat parents should tell you all you need to know. And deadbeat parents are usually people who will never change. I don't want to twist a knife in for Opie personally, and I'm happy she woke up. And at the end of the day, the husband is the main problem here. But people, especially women, should see this comment and take note. These guys don't change. And stop getting with men who are deadbeats.